Episode of Road to the World Series. Today we play our first game against the Phillies in this series, and our first game of the road trip. As you see here, we will be on a 9-game road trip going through Philadelphia, Atlanta, and Washington, playing all these teams for the final time this year. And looking for a good start out of John Lackey today after the absolute marathon that we had last night between us and the Diamondbacks, which we ended up winning in 21 innings. Yes, you heard me correctly. 21 innings. We pitched 7 pitchers. They pitched 6. It was an absolute war of attrition. No guys left on the bench on our side besides David Ross. And I'm wondering how tired some of these guys are going to be, considering the fact that we had to then jump on a plane at 2 o'clock in the morning to get here to Philadelphia for today's game. Either way, hopefully we get a good start out of Lackey. Don't have to use the bullpen too much. He'll be squaring off against Vince Velasquez, who is 6-2 this year with the 5th best ERA in the National League, 198. So he's having a really good year, striking out a lot of guys as well. So let's see if we can get a W here in Philadelphia. As I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to Matt, Eric, and Steve at Citizens Bank Ballpark in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And I'll be back after this one, guys. Enjoy.
With the skyline in front of us, a look at Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies baseball starts right now. Vince Velasquez is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2. You're going to have to pitch real well in this one to keep that ERA as minuscule as it is.
Dexter Fowler heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Number 24, Dexter Fowler.
Into the seats, 0-1.
First pitch, 7:06.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they're on a nice little run. Winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Howard is in his tracks now. 1 down. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. He's got a 14-game hitting streak, and I won't be surprised to see him get to 15 with the way he's been swinging.
Chris Bryant We'll hope his heroics from last night can carry over to this one as he's coming off a 5-hit ball game.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, my man Larry, he's solid. Rarely do many people get upset with his calling of the strike zone because it doesn't really seem like he favors any one part of the zone more than another.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Anthony Rizzo will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
No, that's bad.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. John Lackey will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Odubel Herrera comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
off for the Phillies, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
Lackey looks in. Here it is on 0-2. Launched to right field and deep. Caesar racing back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall, and he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Cesar Hernandez will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. In there, strike 1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. A moment now to check out the hometown Phillies starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, Matt, they really need some better performances out of Ryan Howard. He's really in a slump, hitting less than 200 in his last 10 games. Opposing pitchers have had his number, and he needs to mix up his approach in the box if he wants to get out of this.
Maikel Franco will come forward now, and like so many of his Phillies teammates, really thrives here at Citizens Bank Park, as is reflected in his splits. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. On the ground near home. Montero gonna have to hurry in time to first, and there are 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, if there's a ball hit out to center field in this one, and I'm the third base coach, I am not going to send him. He has a cannon out there in center field. Everybody knows it. We'll see if he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Ryan Howard steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. He's set. Here it comes. Hit well on the ground to first. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Yeah, that's a good job right there with 2 away to pick up the first run of the ball game from third base. Very important to cash in when you're given the early opportunities, and he comes through big time right there.
Here's Will Venable now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. Nothing in 2 now.
Nice comeback here to get it 0-2, and now you've got to put that early run behind you and make sure that this doesn't get any worse.
A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Phillies 1 and the Cubs nothing. Leading off the inning, Kyle Schwarber, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this battery knows full well that this guy's been scuffling lately. So they're not messing around here. They're coming right after him.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 5 homers and 8 runs batted in. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Sometimes when you're throwing 95 miles an hour, you can make a mistake and get away with it. Here, he just can't get on top of this one and winds up popping it up.
Matt Caesar into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Howard is camped under this one, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It remains 1-0. Freddie Galvis will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Blackie gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. 1-2, here it comes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. High and deep to left center field. Schwarber ranging back, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as you see there, he currently tops the Phillies in that department.
And guys, that's a bigger deal than people realize. Usually the guy with the most doubles is also leading in other categories like runs or RBIs. He's a big part of their offense.
Peter Borges gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. First pitch on its way. And he takes ball 1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball, and that's causing it to stay high.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
No one out with a runner at second. This is hit high and deep out to left. Schwarber going back on it, but he can't get it as it's off the wall.
Yeah, it's not too often that you see a runner on second fail to score on a double. I think he had to hold up a little here to see if that ball was going to be caught, and by the time he got moving, the ball was already on its way back into the infield.
Carlos Ruiz will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike one. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Hit to short. Gloved by Russell. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
Well, this isn't exactly what you consider to be a big RBI guy, but in a spot like this, all he needs is a ground ball to get the job done. And he comes through here to drive in that run from third.
Vince Velasquez stands in as the batter now, and with the runner already in scoring position and one away, he likely won't be bunting here.
Yeah, there's not too much reason to give up an out just to move him over to third. No outs would be a whole different story, obviously.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. 1 out and a runner on second base. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder
Odubel Herrera will get a second shot at it now. He doubled to start out the home first.
And it was a nice at-bat, too, Matty. He looked really, really comfortable up there.
First offering on its way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Addison Russell will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's Tommy La Stella now. And here's a ball hit in the air. Hernandez backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Popping it up is bad enough, but doing it on the first pitch, and out of the zone to boot. I mean, this just is not a good AB. I can tell you that.
John Lackey will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1.
Yeah, not a real good effort there. That pitch was never going to be a strike.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Cesar Hernandez digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
That may have been one of those situations where you wonder if he's not going to be able to throw him out at first. Maybe that's one where you try and see if that would have gone foul.
Maikel Franco stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Lackey comes set. First pitch on the way. And he lays off there 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Nobody out, runner on first. Liner towards second, and that'll just sneak past the glove, and it should be a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
And these guys would like nothing more than to add on to their 2-run lead. Back-to-back hits have them in business to do just that.
Ryan Howard stands in following an RBI single his first time through. First pitch of the at-bat. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. And a big swing by Howard, but he didn't get it, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. First and second here with nobody out. And And a swing and a miss by Howard, and the big guy can't make contact. There's one away.
Yeah, third strikeout for him so far. This is a cut fastball. Very different movement from a two-seamer, and he gets him to swing right through it.
Here's Will Venable now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Grounded down, and this will kick off the third base bag. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Boy, it's only the third inning here, and he's already given up more hits so far than he did in his entire start last time out. He hasn't been able to reproduce what he had going on last time, at least not to this point.
Freddie Galvis will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. And I think he's going to have to summon up every bit of his experience to get out of this one.
He's certainly been through it before. If anybody can do it, he can.
And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Bases are loaded here, one man out. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a liner. And that is through into center field. A base hit. 1 run scores. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone.
I think that man right there will tell you. This curveball's a mistake with 2 strikes. Look, he leaves it up. It's right over the middle of the plate, and it's hammered for an RBI single.
Peter Borges strides forward with the bases juiced now, and a big hit here could really put this one out of reach early on. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. And he falls behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. A pause and the 0-2. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit in the air out to left field. Schwarber has a play. Oh, no, it drops. 1 run is scored. Now third base coach Juan Samuel's going to wave him in. And not in time as the second run scores.
Yeah, I'd like to see this again because, to me, that's a ball he should have. Yeah, I mean, he's right there. He just fans on it. That's going to wind up costing him 2 runs.
Carlos Ruiz will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Out in front of it, strike 1. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. hit to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw to the plate. And Montero's tag will be applied a fraction too late. He's in there to score.
Yeah, this is taking a calculated gamble out there. He's doing all he can to prevent that run from scoring, but it's going to backfire on him this time as the tag comes in too late to get his man at home plate.
The pitcher, Vince Velasquez, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And the pitcher will indeed try and move his runners as he gets this one down. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Stepping in now, Odubel Herrera, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
And you kind of get the sense that his head isn't in it right now. You got to put all your concentration into that hitter. You can leave worrying about the pass for your film session tomorrow.
4 runs here in this half inning. High and away, not close. 3-0. Cesar Hernandez would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. 3 innings complete. It's the Phillies 6 and the Cubs nothing. Dexter Fowler will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
1-1, here it comes. Drilled to the right side. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
I've been really impressed with the way he's swinging the bat lately. 15 straight games now, and people are really starting to take notice of that streak.
Stepping in, Chris Bryant. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball, so let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Ahead in the count, you've got to be able to take a little off when you need to. So here he comes with the changeup, and that's good night, Charlie.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. That evens it up 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Runners on first with one down. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ground ball right side. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right.
And even with our score where it is, I mean, this game is not over. You know, if they can chip away, maybe get a run or two here, they can get right back in this ball game before you know it.
Miguel Montero gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
From the stretch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. 2 down, runners at first and second. This one's flared toward left center. Venable moving in. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Cesar Hernandez is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Lays off 1-0.
Well, you're not going to get that call if you've been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, you know, he hasn't earned it.
That's inside. 2-0.
I think all these hits are making him a little gun-shy out there. He's starting to aim the ball and to nibble. When calls don't go your way, that could be trouble.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Pulled toward right center field. Fowler on the run, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, he's right on the fastball here. You get a look. He gets that bat head out front and just rips this ball into the alley and right. Gets the inning started with a nice leadoff double.
Michael Franco will stand in now with the runner at second following the leadoff double.
Yep, more hot water here to start the inning, and it's right back into that stretch again. And this is starting to become a theme for him.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. You guys surprised at all that that man doesn't have the bullpen going yet?
Well, he's showing a lot of faith in his starter, but to me, you've at least got to get someone stretching down there. Move him around a little bit.
Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike three called, and that's going to be out number one.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Here's big Ryan Howard now as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Schwarber is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, and here's the situation. You think back to that previous at-bat. If instead of striking out, he could have just put the ball on the ground to the right side, then this would have been a sacrifice fly. That's just another example of how important it is to do those little things.
2 are gone in the Philly fourth. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting Will Venable. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
You know, pitching coaches preach throwing first pitch strikes, and he's done that around 70% of the time today. So that's one of the reasons he's not doing well.
Called strike. 0-2. Lackey at an even 70 pitches now in the outing. And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Lifted the other way out to left center. Schwarber has a beat on it, and that retires the side. Phillies strand 1. They lead it 6-0. Leading off the inning, Matt Caesar, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Now the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Fly ball out toward left center field. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
And he's right in there among the National League leaders. 5th best at the moment. And when you're pitching as well as he is, the scoreless innings just seem to stack up. He's got another good outing going here.
Here's the pitch. Addison Russell is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. but you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. They just look lost up there.
2-2.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
The key here as a first baseman, you've got to be able to stay focused on the baseball, which is easy for me to say. I don't have half a bat heading my way, but that's a nice job down there to take this one in.
Here's Tommy La Stella now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And this is fouled back and out of play. 2 out, nobody on. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Hernandez takes it in. Throw on to the big fella Howard at first, and with that, the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still find themselves down 6-zip. Freddie Galvis comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Right back at it now is Lackey as he gets ahead to start the frame. It's strike 1.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the 5th. That has to be a concern.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Now batting.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Here's Peter Borges standing in. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Lackey's ready. Here's the 1-2. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Well, let's check out this strikeout again here on our swing track. It looked like it might have caught him a bit off guard there. It registers as a 10-inch break. He just couldn't make contact.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Ruiz. Check to swing there and pops this one up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Jorge Soler will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 68, Jorge Soler.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
Hot shot down the line. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench, and he's aboard here to lead off the inning.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. And now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Dexter Fowler will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
I think this one falls into the category of tailor-made. Here you go. 1, 2 hops to second, the feed to the bag, and a 4-6-3 double play. That's as easy as it comes.
Chris Bryant stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Hit hard back up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Anthony Rizzo will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Hard liner toward short, but this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Trevor Cahill will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here.
Cahill.
Vince Velasquez comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. On the ground towards second. LaStella has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Striding into the box, Odubel Herrera. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here it comes. In there at the knees, strike 1. And this is swung on, and it'll be another chance out there at second. Throw on to first, and Cahill's looking sharp here, 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Cesar Hernandez will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Hot shot on the ground is short. Russell has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. But they're on top by a count of 6-0. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Leading off the inning, Kyle Schwarber, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out, so this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Ranging back is Venable at the track. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1. To 2-2 now. chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. Didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Matt Caesar will dig in again. He popped up in his first play. Now here's the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Set to deliver on 2-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Fielded by Galvis. Throw on to the first baseman Howard, and with that, the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. Maikel Franco will start things out for the Phillies with the dangerous Ryan Howard waiting on deck.
Maikel Franco.
And now a pitch on the way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. To short. Russell's got it. And a rather easy first out.
First baseman, Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Your attention, please. Now
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here.
Clayton Richard.
So 1 gone in the inning, as now Ryan Howard will hit with the bases empty.
Ryan Howard.
And that misses inside, 1-0. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
1 out, nobody on. Fouled back. Popped high in the air. Rizzo coasts under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
We'll check out that 1-2 pitch again in show motion. This pitch is up around the letters, and you'll see that back elbow drop down a bit and kind of drag through the zone. That's what causes him to pop it up.
Here's Will Venable now. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Phillies down in order. They lead it 6-0. Addison Russell will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Now here it comes. And this is going to be a foul ball. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it. 1-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. Oh, and he's in a lot of pain out there and will be carried off the field by the training staff. I think it's safe to say he's likely to miss a significant amount of time because of this. Ben Zobrist will come on now to replace him as he's in to pinch run following the injury. Tommy La Stella will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
He's set, and the pitch to first, fielded by Howard, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. Our line score to this point tells the story. You see the Phillies leading this one at home here at Citizens Bank Park as we draw nearer to the end. Jason Hayward will grab a bat and pinch hit now, and he'll be looking for at least a fly ball as he's got a runner at third and only one away. Ripped down the first base line, and a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 6-1 game.
And with that, there goes the shutout here in the 8th inning. Now if they're going to make a game of this thing, they're going to have to string a few more hits together in a hurry.
Dexter Fowler will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Tap foul at home plate. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hidden, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Hit hard up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
And things are starting to change for the worse out there. Now, this is a guy who hadn't given up a run until earlier this inning. And now all of a sudden, he's having a hard time getting anybody out. Looks to me like he's hit the wall out there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Bryant. He singled his last time up. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1.
It doesn't take a trained eye to tell you. He's starting to wear down a bit out there on the mound.
Here comes the 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Relay to Howard, and it's in time. The double play, that ends the inning. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Phillies 6 and the Cubs 1. Ben Zobrist will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
For the Cubs. Now playing shortstop, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Freddie Galvis digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Travis Wood is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Freddie Galvis ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
That's 1-1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
A shot down the first baseline. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. And that wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoke.
Here's Peter Borges standing in as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Caesar will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you hold your breath anytime a ball's hitting the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Carlos Ruiz will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Wood sets. Here he comes 0-1. Now a swing and a miss by Ruiz as they jump ahead of him here 0-2.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a good pitch, but no offer from Ruiz. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Belted high in the air out to left. Schwarber going back on it. Gone! It's a 2-run shot for Carlos Ruiz, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Sooner or later, somebody was going to get him. That's just the first home run he's allowed out of the bullpen all season long. He's been lights out all year, but he got beat there.
Vince Velasquez will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn, he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Now here's the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
A windup and the 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, this is how you got to do it in this league. If you give up a 2-run home run, you got to just move on quickly. And he's still upset about it, don't get me wrong, but it's when you dwell on it that you get yourself into more trouble.
Now in the box, Odubel Herrera. He's 1 for 4 for the game. The pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Another good inning here for the Phillies, and the brotherly love is in abundance now. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Anthony Rizzo will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
And the pitch. He pulls this one into right. Borges is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
And you know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Kyle Schwarber gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Here's the pitch. Drilled to first. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just 1 away.
Ready now, Miguel Montero. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Montero waits. Now the pitch. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Looking up is Herrera. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 6th home run on the season for him. As they cut the gap a bit, it's now an 8-3 ball game.
When you look back on his start, this is one of the few times tonight where he's missed his spot. Here it is on show track. This isn't even close. This is one of those where you know it's trouble right when it leaves your hand.
Here comes the Phillies skipper on his way out toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So a strong performance here as he worked his way into the 9th, but he'll let the bullpen try and close with the final 2 outs. David Hernandez will come on now as he'll try to record the final 2 outs here. Standing in now, Matt Caesar. Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center, and he will make the play. 2 away now.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Ben Zobrist makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Now a crowd announced at a bit over 23,000 comes to their feet. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Hit sharply toward the right side. In for a look is Borges, but this gets down a base hit.
He's probably kicking himself for not finishing the job right there with 2 strikes. But they're able to extend the game by at least 1 more batter. That's all you're hoping for.
Tommy La Stella will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Towards second, and he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
And that turns out to be a great start to this series for these guys as they take Game 1 here in front of the home crowd.
And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Carlos Ruiz. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 8-3. Good night from Philly.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 8 runs on 11 hits.
Missed you guys at karaoke on Friday. Karaoke because they had a comedy show for a good chunk of the time.
All right, guys. Well, we are not able to win this ball game, not start the road trip off with on a very good note. But I mean, what was I expecting after a 21 inning ball game last night? I was just happy that we were able to make it through the ball game, honestly. But bad news for us. Addison Russell breaks his ankle in this game, stretching a single into a double, and he'll be out for 1 to 2 months. So we won't see him again until probably August. Late August. So that's a real downer for us. It's going to take a hit to our offense and a hit to our defense because our defense really hinges on him. And so I'm going to figure out what we're going to have to do here, considering Javier Baez is out too, so I don't have a shortstop. So I'll have to figure something out because Tommy La Stella is not going to be a permanent fix there. As you saw, he went 0 for 4 in the ball game today. We're going to go ahead and put Addison on the 15-day DL. Like I said, we take the loss in this one here. John Lackey takes his 5th loss of the season. Vince Velasquez picks up his 7th win of the season in this ball game, and just couldn't get the pitching going. Lackey just couldn't seem to get calls. Couldn't seem to throw good enough strikes, and got knocked around early. And that was what did us in this ball game, as we were down quickly 6-0, and tried to make a little bit of a comeback. But then 2-run homer by Carlos Ruiz really sealed the deal here in this one. But that's going to go ahead and do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to catch the next episode when we send Jason Hamill, our Cy Young candidate, to the mound to face off against Charlie Morton in the second game of this series. And hopefully we can get back to our winning ways. But thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, as well as on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming. And then don't forget to give us a follow on Twitter as well at LRSGN. I'm Big Dope 7, and you guys be sure to keep it real.